everyone, and welcome to the Lizard Brains podcast. I'm your host, DJ Alessandrini. I'm joined by my co-host, Tom O'Gorman. Tom, how's it going?
Hello from Hastings, Nebraska.
Woo!
The booming metropolis of Hastings, Nebraska. You know why?
Yeah.
About 160 people stronger tonight. The lady at the front desk at the hotel couldn't believe they were full.
Wait, your hotel's full?
Yeah, because one lap's coming through. She was going on and on. Do you want? Let's start with the theme of the week has been hotel check-ins. Do you want to start there?
Okay, let's grade this one. How was it?
Well, they continue to get longer. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, were you in a line with other one-lappers or?
No. It was just one person, but then there was a line when we left.
Oh, okay.
All right. So before we get to the action of the day, we're going to start with the most recent activity. Again, the theme of the week has been hotel check-ins getting out of control. We walk in, there's one guy there talking to the older lady behind the desk for check-in, and I don't know how long he's been there, but it's clear it's been a little while.
Is he annoyed?
She's going on what?
Is he like annoyed or something? Is that how you know?
No, he's just there. But she's just going on talking like she's been there. He's been there. So she's going on and on about make sure that you sign up for our IHG rewards and you can check in at any hotel that way instead of having to come here. You know, you could have stayed at Grand Island if you wanted to. If you checked out, there was better prices listed on there as well. Going on and on and on. So Salil and I are kind of standing there, and no hurry. We're not in a rush to get to sleep or anything, so it's kind of okay. But towards the end, she goes, and then that way you can save all your points for retirement. That's what I do. That's why I work here. And I'm like, oh.
That's the
retired
retirement
lady
plan?
working at the front desk, looking for friends, just hanging out.
No. You know what? The night shift at the hotel has to be kind of rough, right?
Dude, it was 7 p.m. But maybe she works all night. So then we get up to the front, and the credit card information hadn't worked. So we had to go through all that process with homegirl at the front desk, and she had to do both rooms manually.
Oh no.
So 20 minutes later we got to our hotel.
20 minutes.
So tomorrow, the trend is tomorrow's going to be at least 25 minutes, and we're going to be over a half hour by the end of the week.
Yeah, you guys got to start budging that into your strategies here.
For real.
Like maybe split up. Like Tom goes and gets like takeout, and Salil just starts the check-in process or something.
Yeah.
By the time Tom comes back with like Outback Steakhouse, the hotel will be finally almost ready.
Yeah. Or hopefully we're at the crescendo, because we're at the halfway point of the week. This is day 4. And then maybe by the end it'll be like self check-in at the very end. It'll be so fast.
Ooh, yeah. Like you'll show up and somebody will just like take you to your room.
Yeah.
That's
the
what
stuff
I'm
of
signing
dreams.
up for. Yeah.
But we drove at High Plains Raceway, and last week left, it was maybe going to be wet. And if it was wet, we were maybe going to switch me in for today and then have Salil do Hastings tomorrow instead. And sure enough, we wake up, and on the way to the racetrack, it starts raining, and it is fully wet by the time we get to the racetrack. So we didn't even really talk about it. We just kind of defaulted straight to me walking the track, and I got out there and started to feel out where the grip was.
It's not only that it was wet, it was like also like really cold, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 40. It was in the high 40s when we got there. It wasn't miserable,
that's not too
but
bad.
it got colder and colder throughout the day.
Oh,
By the middle of the day, it was like hide in your car cold.
Okay, so both the morning, because I was watching live like timing, and I feel so bad for Dave Marcus and Mike King on their like basically prototype Pirellis that have totally not worked out.
No.
But great job to Dave. I said in a group chat, great job not crashing, Dave. And I was being 100% like, I said that with love. And somebody's like, yeah, this is how I want my friends to root for me. Like, oh, good job not crashing the car. Like, no, that's not what I meant. I was just saying, man, to be 20 seconds off, it must just be absolutely sketch out there. Yeah. So, but yeah, Tom, you freaking killed it today. Like you had the greatest little battle with Andrew in the Tesla today. It was like neck and neck, and it was always the last lap that kind of like separated you guys, because he would have a better launch, and then lap 2 was like the same, and then lap 3 it was just
Yeah, it was cool, and we were in different run groups too, so it was enough time for me to watch his lap times go. Like, as I came off the racetrack, he was on the racetrack.
Yeah.
So that was always like, it didn't I was pretty proud of my first stint, or my first run in the morning, but I knew that my first lap was basically manipulating not manipulating, feeling out changing from the rain line to the dry line.
Yeah.
'Cause,
So how was it?
when I walked around and I was shuffling on the ground and I was trying to feel out where the grip would be, it kind of felt like there would be a rain line. Like, there was some pretty obvious slicker spots, and there were
Yeah.
some places where things had been ground down, like, a little bit
Like you
offline that
could
you
see
could
the
use.
polishing on the track.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I could feel it. I was
Yeah, yeah.
shuffling the entire track walk. So I kinda had a game plan, and I did my outlap that way, but I'll get to my outlap a little later. And then I did my first lap sort of like doing the rain-ish line and realizing there's so much grip, and starting to flirt with the drier line, and it essentially worked out where you did the rain line in the braking zone just slightly, and then you would take the apex and do the normal track out. So it was kinda like
Kind
iRacing
of like
rain line. It was
iRacing.
like,
What the?
yeah, but it took me, the first lap, I think I was 6 seconds faster from lap 1 to 2, and that's including the launch. So that was maybe it's a short run to turn 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's less than 2 seconds of that 6-second gain.
Let me ask you how much like the most lizardy lizard question. Where did you launch from? The left side of the
The
racetrack,
first
right?
finish line?
Did you launch on the left side?
Oh, no, right in the middle.
Oh, right in the
Well, yeah,
middle.
actually, the first session I did go from the all the way to the left
Yeah,
side, yeah.
okay. I'm like putting myself in that situation, and I'm like, I would have scouted what had the best looking asphalt to launch from.
Totally, I
Yeah.
did do that.
Yep. Look at
But then
you're
it
such a
turned out to
competitor,
be
Tom.
moot because it was fine.
Okay.
And then I went another 3 seconds, 2 seconds faster on the next lap. So I was picking up time really quick. I was the fastest car on lap time by quite a bit. So I was feeling really good. Come in, I pull out my phone, or my phone may or may not have already been out, and then I see the first lap time from Andrew in the Tesla, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. He's 3 seconds faster than my first lap on his first lap. Oh boy. Then his second lap is basically the same, which ends up being 3 seconds slower. Nope, 2 seconds slower than my second lap. So now he's got a 1 second advantage on me. And then the final lap, he ended up being about the same. So I won by about a second. But his first lap being 3 seconds faster than my first lap, I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, what a
And I think some of it was they run tire warmers on the Goodyears, and we don't have tire warmers, but the Bridgestones seem to definitely need extra heat relative to the old RS.
okay.
And I think it was probably just like the first lap, the Bridgestone definitely got better, 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 and the Tesla got worse, worse, worse because my tires and his power.
Yeah.
So it was like a really cool little duel that would only ever happen on one lap.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to watch. Like I watched you go first, and with the people in your run group, you beat those. So it was the you and Andrew show, and then third place in the morning sessions was 13 and a half seconds behind. That's why you we were texting and you're like, did I win? And I didn't. Andrew didn't go yet, and I'm like, yeah, barely. Only 13 and a half seconds. Yeah,
Dude, it was
it
so
was fun
fun.
to watch.
I genuinely had more fun today than I've had in a long time on a racetrack. I just love driving in the rain, and it was the perfect amount of like grip and no grip where nothing was scary and everything was rewarded when you did it right. Like, it was so fun. I had so much fun.
It
So then I'm
was
like kind of itching to like
clinical.
go just do more laps. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it was like a clinical like driving in the wet.
Yeah, and who knows what more was out there because
Yeah.
we only got the 3, and how much more tire temp would help even more and all
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
really fun. Um, then I actually I just kinda hid in the car for a little bit, and I fell asleep, and I woke up like an hour later. I think I fell asleep in the car for a long time.
yeah. Wait. You fell asleep in between run 1 and run 2?
Yeah, in the car.
You're like Kimi Räikkönen, like falling
I mean, it's
asleep
4
in the
hours.
car
It's not.
before the were you in your suit and stuff too?
Yeah, because it was so cold. I genuinely I told the story of bringing all of my clothes that I brought with me
Yeah.
into the hotel last night. I genuinely did, and I put them all on, including my race suit, and I wore it all day.
Nice.
So
Is
I
it
passed out, and that was kinda how I burned most of the time between,
okay,
to be honest.
nice. Well, great job catching that nap. I just can't
Thanks.
I can't imagine maybe because I caffeinate, but I can't imagine going out on track and then falling like I can't fall asleep after a league race on iRacing for at least like 3 hours. So I can't imagine like going out doing something as intense as one lap and then being able to fall asleep. Like I would just be jazzed for like at least like a couple hours.
Yeah, I could see that. I totally get where you're coming from, but I guess I just sat in the car and it was warm and
Comfy and
I'll like I was watching my YouTube video and I set my phone down so I didn't have to hold it in my hand anymore, and then I woke up an hour later.
yeah, nice.
It was nice. But a couple things did happen. I had a couple realizations, and some of this is like this is maybe a little bit of the corrections episode. But
Yes.
first of all, I realized I've been lying to everybody about this event.
Oh.
I do feel competitive towards other people.
What do you mean? What?
I
Oh,
had a
hold on.
moment today.
Yeah, what brought
Go
on
ahead.
this realization?
Well,
Please enlighten all of us.
earlier today, Dave Marcus walked up and he's like, "You know, I'm in a bad spot." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know you're in a bad spot. So can you just?" And he goes, "Can you talk me through what you think the rain line is going to be, or what you think we need to do?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So he brings out a track map, and to our left, to our right, is Alex Moss, just within earshot, and he starts to listen too. And I realized that Alex could tell Andy all of the things that I told David, and
Oh my
maybe to it
goodness.
so that Andy could beat us. And I started to pull away from Alex so that we didn't get any
Oh
eavesdroppers.
no,
And
Tom.
Alex called me on it. Alex was
Yeah,
like,
he should, as he should, because they would drop everything to help your ass.
"I know,"
I
and I
know.
didn't think about it until a little bit later it clicked. Kind of like when I put the our friend Jack into the car in sim racing. I like picked him.
I
Remember?
no, I don't remember what your. Oh
It was a
yeah,
sim
yeah,
race, and
yeah,
I picked the guy into the car. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, sorry. When you said put Jack into the car, I thought it was like put his human body into a car. So
Oh,
like
no,
my
sorry.
my brain didn't follow. Yes, you were racing him,
Yeah.
and you used a out of class car to basically make sure he had nowhere to go. Yeah,
Yes, and in the moment, I was like, "This, I'm just gonna hold him over there." And
this is
afterwards, I was like,
justified.
"That was really bad." So
Yeah.
in the moment, I realized, like, as he called me on it, like, yeah, they literally like messaged us for 5 hours to make sure that we had our tire figured out. And now I'm like hiding secrets of what ironically, it all turned out to be wrong because I thought there was going to be a rain line and there wasn't. But yeah, I've been lying, I guess. and
You
and
know,
I caught Alex caught me do it.
is there like a word or something for that, like where like you're kind of like keeping things to yourself for like your own competitive advantage? Because I I f- I try my best to not do that cuz that goes against like what my overall goal is, which is to be the best driver I can be. And if I'm keeping things to myself, then that's keeping things from my competitors who will push me to be better, right? Like that's where I come from it, so I try not to like keep things to myself. I try to be like an open book. Um,
Yeah.
Especially like when you think about whatever pond you're in, if everyone is collaborative and everyone's working together, anytime you move away from that pond, you're just going to be better than you would have been otherwise, right?
True.
So that's why I always try to have like a collaborative effort, but I do find myself sometimes being like, well, I don't want to give them an advantage, and then I'm like, no, no, stop it. Like I catch myself doing that too. Um, there's got to be like a word or something or a phrase or something because we
I
all feel that, right?
I think the word is selfish.
Yes. Dang it. I
Which
didn't.
we've agreed on this podcast in the past that you do have to be a little bit selfish to be a successful driver, like
Yes.
fully top level race car driver.
I mean, on all
Um,
levels. So like,
huh?
like personal, at the track, driving. Like there needs to be some selfishness.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I had to point that out because Alex was right to call me on it, and I thought it was both amusing, but then in the moment I did feel bad as well.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I turned out to be completely wrong because I didn't keep any secrets that actually mattered from
Yeah.
anybody.
If
And
anything,
ultimately, I did just share everything, but
in hindsight, you were just completely screwed over, Dave Marcus.
maybe.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
I mean,
Dave,
worst case, he was just driving in a safer place on the racetrack most of the
Dave,
time.
let
But
me tell
still.
you about the rain line around here, and then you tell them all the wrong things.
For a track I've never driven. Yeah. Um, so the other thing that's we only have about 5 more minutes here because
Okay.
I have to do that broadcast. But the afternoon once again was so close between the Tesla and I. I think it was even closer.
One
There was
point,
a
the gap
timing
was
discrepancy
the
that
gap was
happened during
1.2.
your. Hang
Sorry.
on, you're clipping again when you talk
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
sorry. Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the gap was 1.2 in the morning, and then in the afternoon. Go ahead.
We don't know what it was in the afternoon actually, because there was a timing discrepancy on my last lap that made it look like I did a 1 minute 52 when I think I really did like a 2 minute flat. And I couldn't believe the number of people who thought it was legitimate. I was like, what did you think I was doing? Spinning every other lap and somehow still running that fast, and then I just didn't spin again? Like, what?
Yeah.
How do you think? No, of course I didn't find 8 seconds. Of
Well,
course there's an error.
yeah, I messaged you. I'm like, what's up with your third lap? Like,
Yeah.
because I was like,
So
did the
we
sun come
think
out?
right, yeah, it's just a snap dry.
Yeah.
Thanos snap dry. I think the final gap is gonna be like maybe 8 or 9 tenths. It was really close.
Okay, that's fun. Man,
Yeah,
that's
it was
cool.
really fun, especially not being on the track at the same time, so we could get a little bit of the
Yeah, yeah,
although
yeah.
I gotta call Brock out a little bit. So Brock, right before we do the first session, goes, "Hey, right after you run, can you just stop here and let me know what you thought of the condition?" Because he's worried about it being safe. It's like closing in on freezing by that time. It's wet. And he genuinely does have some like he has some like mom energy almost in the like he wants
Definitely,
everyone to
yeah.
finish the event safe. He really hates when people crash. Um, so um, so I stopped there, and after the first session, I'm like, this is actually pretty good. So I stop and tell him that and give him a big thumbs up. And he proceeds to go down from car to car to car to car to car to car to car,
And says
including
it's
the
good.
Tesla and everybody else, and tell him Tom says it's great, or the track seems great, or whatever he said.
So people have a little bit more confidence when they go out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're killing me, man. You're giving away all my secrets.
Uh,
When apparently I can't even keep them myself.
yeah. I mean,
um,
look, you still did the second fastest first lap on your second run out of everyone. The only person that beat you was Andrew.
correct. Yep.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I think it was just like our cars had that perfect crossover point.
Yep.
So then what this means for the entire event is we now have a lead over the Tesla. They moved up to second, and we lead them by 85 points, which
Wait,
is 17 positions, I think.
is how does this compare to leads that you've had in past one laps?
That I don't know, but that's the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is what's interesting is as we're scanning down, this is it's starting to feel like kind of a 4-car event in my brain. So I'm thinking of it that way, and it's us, and then the Tesla team, and then the team Toyota Supra, and then Andy and Alex, I think, are the top 4. Is that
Yep,
correct?
that's correct. Yep.
So we're going through the math, and it's us. We have an 85-point lead over the next 3 are within what 20 points of each other. It's very close.
Yeah, third and fourth are within 5 points, and then second is 15 points in front of third. So it's pretty close.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Chris Mayfield is in 5th with and Julian Garfield in the Lotus. And they
Yeah.
are, I think,
70.
75 points back.
Yeah, 70
Right?
points.
70 points.
Yeah.
So Salil and I are talking this out, and we're like, man, we're just out in the lead by a little bit. And then we go through to Chris, and for some reason both of us were like, and now it's kind of a top 4, even though Chris's gap is closer to 4th than ours is to second. And there's this really weird thing when you're like, for whatever reason for this event, because you know that it can go wrong at any point just because, or it just feels like that. It doesn't happen very often, but it feels like that. In my brain, it's still really close for the lead, even though I looked at the battle between 4th and 5th and went, oh, that's a pretty big gap, you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of where I left today off is like, this really is going really well so far, and it looks pretty good as far as being consistent, and like we've been doing a really good job. Salil will drive the next 2 days now, so he's going to do Hastings and Road America, which he already was planning on Road America. But effectively, we can finish.
If you finish in like top 6, you're like good.
If we finish top 4 the rest of the week, we're pretty good. If it's the math is absolutely in our favor for now, and that feels really cool, and I'm proud of what we're doing. But it's just interesting, right? When you're in this position, it feels like, oh my God, it's still so close. It's still so close. It's stress, it's pressure, and all this. And then I kind of realized it scanning through we should appreciate the position too.
Yeah, you're in a race with like 10 laps to go, and you have like a 5-second lead.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I'm not going to lose a half second each lap to the car behind me. Like maybe I'll lose like a tenth or two, but like they're
This is
never going to get me if I just do my laps.
Right, you can either focus on what's happening and do your laps, or you can be like, "Oh, I better not spin. I better not spin. If I
Yeah.
spin, they're gonna catch me."
No, you just put the laps in. Don't do any unnecessary risk. You don't have to. You just like literally just do laps.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's kinda where we're at. We're in Hastings. Tomorrow is like a quick drive over. For whatever reason, the last couple nights have been like a 45-minute drive in the morning, just based on hotel locations to the track because 'cause
Which
they're
is
so remote.
which is probably good. Gets some kind of core temp.
Kind of, but it's also 45 minutes less sleep, where tomorrow we're only 15 minutes from the track, so we get to
Mm.
sleep in a little bit
Ooh,
more.
yeah.
And then we have a 10-hour plus transit. I think it's like 10 hours, 15 minutes to good old Wisconsin.
I'm
There we are.
jelly. I'm jelly. I want to go to Road America. All right. Don't you have a thing,
Yeah.
Tom?
Yeah, I gotta go commentate a race. So that's the update.
Okay.
Kept it nice and sweet and short.
All right. We'll hear another update from Hastings tomorrow. Tom, I'm going to play the outro music so you can get to your commentary gig.
Thanks. For everyone who's been listening this week, it's been really fun. We appreciate your time and your ears, and I love your hair, and I hope you win.